how does the SUV program differ from other immigration pathways such as express entry or PNP?
Translate.
Ok. Câu hỏi tiếp theo mà Vân hỏi chị đó là các cái chương trình mà visa khởi nghiệp này, mình đang trao đổi về chương trình Startup Visa này thì khác gì so với các chương trình định cư khác như là express entry hay là PNP? Ok.
Okay, so you spoke about express entry or PNP. So let's talk about express entry first.
Yes.
Under the express entry program, we have, I'm going to give just examples, the Canadian Experience Class for people who are in Canada, and we have the Federal Skills Workers Program, which is for people who are outside Canada. Now, from a long time, we have not seen any draws in the Federal Skills Workers Program. Recently, they've had a draw, but that was a category-based draw, which means a huge chunk of population did not qualify, right? Now, you must know under the Express Entry Program, it's a point-based system, which means comprehensive ranking system. They primarily focus on skilled workers, and they focus on things like age, your education, your work experience, your language skills, all of that requirement. Unlike startup visa, there is no such requirement, right? So age is not a requirement in startup visa. They haven't defined the age limit in startup visa. So there applicants can easily qualify. Secondly, education is not a requirement in startup visa, which means that even there was a requirement of minimum education. Just a couple of months back, they required senior secondary, at least high school pass. But recently, they removed the education criteria completely from the startup visa program. So that's an excellent thing, right? Anybody who's an entrepreneur and has immense experience being an entrepreneur but does not have education can still qualify for the startup visa program. Similarly, work experience has never been a prerequisite in the startup visa program. Language skill definitely is one of the prerequisites. So you do have to clear the IELTS exam or the CELPIP or the PTE test. That's the only requirement. So why I'm saying this is because all listeners and your clients should know that in the startup visa program, there is no comprehensive ranking system. There is no draw that happens. There is no cutoff that you have to comply with. So that stress is gone, right? Because in the express entry system, the more your age is, every year, the more your age is, your points will drop every year, right? I mean, you're an RCIC, you're so experienced, you're aware of how it works out in express entry, right? And now the score is so high, you're literally competing against a very younger generation, right? Because anybody who is just 20, 19, 20, 21 is in the pool now, right? And they have good qualifications. So it's difficult to qualify in express entry, to be honest. Coming to provincial nomination programs. Now, as the word suggests, provincial nominee, which means you can only be in that particular province, okay? A lot of PNP streams are running in different programs, and they're offering entrepreneur pathways. They're also offering business immigration programs that require personal investment. And this investment can range from 150,000 Canadian dollars and go up to 600, 700,000 Canadian dollars. And of course, there are other requirements then after you have put in the personal investment. You have to ensure your business is profitable. You have to submit maybe quarterly reports or monthly reports to the province in order to get a nomination from the province. So it's a very stressful process, I'll say, and it's a very financially draining process, okay? Because a lot of money is involved, right? Even after you spend $500,000 or more than that in your business, you still don't have your permanent residency, right? It's far, far away. Unlike SUV, that's not the criteria. You have to work on your business plan. You need to have a viable, innovative, creative idea and submit your application for direct permanent residency without any personal investment. Of course, there's proof of funds that is required. And of course, there'll be a investor who you have to convince to give you a letter of support. Okay. So totally different programs, right? Provincial nomination, I want to tell your clients, is in Ontario. They had a business immigration program, a provincial nomination program that they recently shut down. And that's exactly what's happening in other provinces too, because it's not very viable for founders to even invest into it. And then, they don't end up getting their PR. right? So most of the provinces are shutting down these programs now. So the option left now for entrepreneurs and people who want to run their businesses in Canada is the startup visa program, which is an excellent option. Okay, so this is the difference between express entry and provincial nomination program. And I'll say now, as far as the timeline is concerned, the timeline is so fast now. They have the element of priority processing in startup visa now, so they're processing it anywhere between 12 to 14 months. So you can't even say that it's going to take a lot of time, right? So if you go through the right channel, you go through the right designated organization, and your due diligence is done correctly, and you have a great business plan, I don't think it will take more time.